So I looked at fintech as an option, and the energy was just completely different. The interview process was completely different. The way people were just engaged was completely different. And actually, to me, it was like, wow, this feels like a really cool place to work.
Hi, I'm Dave Sirignano, Chief Risk Officer at Ebury. I'm a veteran, ex-service, intelligence corps.
Hi, I'm Toby Young and I'm the Group Technology Director at Ebury. I've been here about 10 years, so since the early days, and my job is to make Ebury the best company at helping its customers grow internationally in the world.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a good one, Toby.
Okay.
What's the secret to success at Ebury?
Well, firstly, you've got to work really hard. So the first 6 months at Ebury are super hard because you're under the spotlight. It doesn't matter what area of the business you're starting, as you know, you're under the spotlight. And so that 6 months is about really proving that you're able to properly put in the work and be super committed to everything we're trying to do and being the best you can be. We're a real meritocracy, so you could end up in all kinds of places within Ebury. You might start as one thing and end up as another one, just depending on what you're good at and how you tend to excel.
No, I agree with that. I think similar to the military, where although we hire at all parts of the company, if you actually look at a lot of in the front office, the guys who are in the senior positions, they joined Ebury straight out of university, or even not even university. They just joined us as junior BDs after school.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, they're country managers, head of desks, and so there's
head
a
of
real
dealing, head of sales.
Yeah, there's a real culture in Ebury to grow, homegrown talent, wherever you come in at the organisation. But I think it's a real testament to, again, working hard, being flexible. There's definitely a space for everybody.
What's one word you'd use to describe the culture at Ebury and why?
From our perspective, I think as Ebury, we certainly believe that to have that kind of high engagement in culture, you need to be together. Ebury's always been about people and the culture of the people. And as a result, now that everything's back to normal, we've made a conscious effort to really be one of the first companies to ask people to come back to the office, because we really value that engagement, the problem-solving ability, the diversity of thought that is achieved much quicker than when you're in a remote setting, and it does feel a lot clunkier when you're doing these things remote. But also, I think we invest a lot in it. We have some great events. We get not just the senior management together. For example, we have an annual event called the Managers Retreat, where this year it was 230 people that we all got together to Seville in Spain to have 3 days together to talk about the next year's strategy and what we're working on, and to do some team building and things like that. It really shows also in the way the company works. We're so much more productive, so much more, I think, engaged since everybody's back. But we really make an effort to get people together, and also when teams are dispersed, we have things like the boot camps and the get-togethers. So there's a lot of emphasis placed on it, and I think just by having people in the office, that's not enough. I think we've built a culture on that.
One word.
Hardworking.
That's 2 words.
That's 1 word. You can hyphenate that.
Intense.
Intense, yeah.
Rewarding.
Driven.
Driven. Yeah, driven. Good word.
Yeah, there's so many words you want to use. It's such a engaging place. Engaging is a good word as well. I just feel like, no day is the same. Honestly, every day I walk into work and it's different, and it just hasn't changed. So change is a good one.
Change is a good one. You go and try another one.
What's unique about life at Ebury, and what's the driving force behind that?
Culture comes from top down, so what's unique is, we have our founders who are extremely driven and passionate about solving these problems for customers. So the company was founded because our CEO in another business was having real problems in moving currency. And it was massively problematic, real friction, not getting support from the banks. So the company was set up fundamentally to provide that capability to small businesses that the banks would not support. That passion for that, for me, it was very, very infectious. That's why I joined Ebury.
Yeah, and actually it's still like that. Every conversation you have with Juan, who's our CEO, it often comes back to How does that make things better for the client? How do we help the customer?
I think what's cool, what's unique about life at Ebury is you do get to experience all kinds of different businesses and companies that we work for or that we help. So from flour wholesalers to people building hospitals, and speed, diversity of country, just interesting companies.
Most businesses, you have this where everybody's international these days, right? And you work with people from other countries, but actually it is so international that in your teams and every day you speak from people from all over the world and you're working together with people from all over the world. It's a really rewarding experience in that sense.
Describe the ideal Ebury employee.
But really smart, really sharp at, critical thinking. He's a team player, intensely engaged, and is willing to get stuck in and do the work. And if you have those sort of attributes, you're going to absolutely fly at Ebury. I'm certain of it. I
always think about this thing, gumption. It's kind of this kind of tenacity to kind of get a feeling for how something's going to be, or just to think with abandon. To throw out as many ideas as you can think of, and not worried about if someone thinks it's a silly idea or not. Just to be, just to get it out there. As an Ebarian, you need to be an Ebarian to be a good Ebury employee.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got one here. It's a fill in the blank. Ebury is a something place to work.
It's a great place to work. Yeah, fill in the blank. Ebury's a great place to work. Yeah, hopefully the energy is infectious, because Ebury's an infectious place to work, I think.
It's a fun place to work, definitely.
Yeah.